Hello and welcome back to another final table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and KalipokerTV poker replays, so you can go check out some action in some silence. Today we got a Titans event from May the 4th, and we got Hello Toddy on the final table with an ace and a king, Proud Flop with an ace and a king, they both get it in. And we're going to chop it up, of course. No flushes for nobody. We got Carlos on the final table. We got Anjay. Oh, queen. Another big pot here. We see a whole bunch of aces and kings being folded. Carlos with an ace and a king. Toddy with ace 4 opens it up. We got pass on the button. Naza in the small. Avrora in the big blind. Then we got numbers guy, the biker, sitting there with 54 blinds and bought 35. Proud Flop with ace 9 is going to get this all in. Ace king gets it in there. Queens for Anjay. Hello Toddy folds an ace. No ace or king yet, but we got 1-9 out there. No more 9s for Proud Flop. Just like that, we're going to lose 2 bodies. Carlos and Proud Flop swiftly exit. So we aren't in the money yet. How many players we got now? 7? Looks like 7 players. 2 more to bust, then we're in the money, and then we get 14k, 20k for 4th place, about 30 grand for 3rd. That's kind of cool, you know, 3 and 3, they line up. Anyways, 42, 43 grand for 2nd place, and about 62 grand for the victory. Oh, that was a fun start. Lots of words to be said, and now we can just slow rate down. Anjay with king jack will come in for the open pass, folding an ace. Naza with 4-2, thinks about it for a second, we'll let that go. So this will be a fun table to see. I'm not familiar with Aurora or the numbers guy. I feel like I've seen maybe one table with them on it. And then bought 35 as well. I'm not too sure about them. So we're going to get to see some new players on the final table. Then we got Naza, of course. Everybody knows Naza. Very aggressive, very capable, very everything except bad. He's not very bad. He's very good. Very good player in Naza. Pass, super aggressive, fun to watch. Anjay's next level. Anjay might be the pick to win the tournament here after winning that big pot, 43 blinds. And then there's Hello Toddy, who's just a great player, but stupid aggressive. It's so fun to watch, but it's stupid sometimes. I mean, like, it makes sense and it's like beautiful plays, but it looks stupid. Oh, and it just works out often too. Hello Toddy has a huge stack, 70-some blinds. So willing to throw the chips around, makes a pair of jacks on the turn here. That's not what we're looking for. We wanted to see a 10. Somehow Anjay folds the queen. Hello Toddy goes bombs away, but no. With that jack on the turn, Hello Toddy picks up some showdown value. And we'll just check it down along with Anjay. And 12 blinds will slide over into Anjay's stack. Now they're at 50. So after starting this bad boy off at about 20, they found a way to get up to 50. Slowly but surely, Anjay will accumulate chips. Hello Toddy with king 8 will open the button. 8-7 for pass, calls the big, and ace 7 3 flop. Backdoor flush draw for Toddy. They go for a little c-bet here. About a 3rd pot. 5 on the turn, 5 of hearts. Oh, 4-2 and 4-6 make a straight, but not much. Not much gets there with that 5 on the turn. And then like an ace isn't going to be afraid at all. 7 isn't going to be afraid at all. Hello Toddy checks it back and we'll make a pair of kings on the river. So 10 blinds. I don't know where I got 12 from. It's not even 10, it's 9 1/4. 9 1/4 blinds will slide over to Hello Toddy. I'll just check it on down. Why did I say 12? I don't know. Anyways, Toddy's got a pocket pair of 5s. They'll open it on up. Pass will fold. An ace 6-0 in the small. Very stupid hand. King 6 for Naza in the big is not suited, but it's very capable of coming in for some bluffs. Naza says, I'll just move along with my 27 blinds and pick up pocket kings, yo. The biker guy with 6s opens. Anjay with ace jack O could 3-bet here. Be a 3-bet bluff. So if Naza 4-bets, we'll just snap fold. They do come in for the 3-bet, 5.5 blinds, so the pot won't be huge. What if Naza makes it like 9? Make it 9 blinds, see what happens. Now's it coming in the tank. Coming in the tank? That's not the right phrase. Goes in the tank. Got a very dirty image in my head. Now's it coming in the tank. Anyways, they go in the tank. They bet 15 blinds, about half their stack, and they take it down with the 4-bet. King Queen suited for bot will open under the gun. Toddy, the very aggressive, very capable player, pulling off bluffs. Ace King O comes in for the 3-bet to 6 blinds. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 4-bet here. There's the jam. 4-bet all in. Too big of a size by a bot. They're going to need a queen or a club dealer. A club will do. A 5 of clubs on the river. Just like that. Hello Toddy is down to 30 blinds. Bot picks up 90. Holy fuck. Oh, wow. No. Look at bot go. About 100 blinds, yo. He's in first place. Ace 5 will limp it on in for the biker guy. 7-9 will flop nothing on the King Jack 6 flop. Biker guy bets a blind. Bot has all these chips now. What do we do? 3 in a row. Nope, not quite. 7-8 would be 3 in a row. My apologies, not 7-9. Bot will just fold the pretty boring pot. King 8 suited for pass is thinking about an open. NASA with Ace 2 suited. They're just going to find the fold. This is an early position raise by pass. We'll give him a little respect. Hello Toddy with the jack and the 9 in the big. They're going to play call. 8-8-5 flop. That's 3 of a kind for pass. Hello Toddy with some backdoor draws. Only straight draws, but a few of them. 1 blind bet by pass. Toddy might come in for a raise here. Oh, nice. Just swiftly folds. No action for 3 of a kind. King 10 for Aurora. Avrora. I'll come in for the open. Ace deuce for Angie in the big. Are we going to 3-bet here, Angie? They go in the tank and they find the 3-bet. 7 blinds to go. Aurora's in a little pickle here with the very playable King 10 suited. Not necessarily getting the best price, even though they're playing in position. A very, very scary situation. Aurora will get out of there. Naza with the Ace Queen will open it on up. Biker guy with an Ace 7 will let that go. Suited and connected bot folds. 9-7 for pass. Wasn't he suited and connected? He folded swiftly up, but my eyes caught something that was suited and connected, so I just said it out loud, hoping that it was true. Pass finds the fold with 9-7. Queen 10 for bot. Coming for the open. You got all those chips now. There we go. About 2.2 blinds. Pass with the Ace 5 in the small. We'll let that go. Naza with Ace 8 likely plays call here. Suited and booted, ready to see a flop. Put 3 cards out there, dealer. 7-2-2. Good enough for bot to take a little c-bet. 1.1 blinds. 1.1 blind? I don't know. Because 1 isn't plural. And they're both 1s. 1.1? But 1.1 is more than 1, isn't it? So is it plural? No. 1.7 blinds. Would you say blinds then? 1.7 blind. No, you'd have to say blinds. Anyways, we get a bet and a call on the flop, and 9 on the turn is just nothing for nobody. And then we get a break here, but that 9 on the turn was... Oh my god, I did it again. Anyways, bot took the pot down, yo. Somebody's gotta let me know, is it 1.1 blind or 1.1 blinds? I just want to stop thinking about it. Queen 10 for Naza in the small. Aurora in the big. Limp pot. Queen 10 versus King 10. King 7-3 flop. 1 club for Naza with the backdoor straight draw. I guess there's 2 of them. He's going to need a jack on the turn any which way, and he's probably not going to call too many bets or a big one anyways. 1 blind. Do we see a turn, Naza? Do we ever throw in a check raise here? Nasa goes in the tank. This is a weird spot for Queen 10 with the backdoor flush draw. Nasa does check raise. Awesome. 2.7 blinds. Avrora's not too worried. We'll play call, I think. See a turn. Deuce of clubs. Nasa's got to be thinking that's a good card to fire away on. Our King X might check. Flushes that get there are going to bet again. Nasa says we bet super small, so we're going to include some King X in our range here. So we're still going to have some, what, King Queen, King Jack? Maybe King 10 as well. Anyways, Aurora says, okay, we'll go to the river, dude. You give me that cheap-ass price. I don't really think you have a flush here. 14 blinds in the middle. The pot is sizable. As it goes in the tank, what do? We bet so small on the turn. Do we just give it up? Deuce of hearts on the river. Just a brick, yo. Naza bets 9 after going deep in the tank. I think Aurora will call, but I don't know nothing about them. Do we still call, yo? Bad turn. Oh, we fold. Oh no, Aurora lets her go. Nice play by Naza though. 43 blinds for him. Ace Jack for Toddy. See if they can get any chips back. Numbers guy in the big. On the bike, yo. Queen 10. Oh. Jack 8 flop. Top pair versus straight draw to the 9. One overcard for the numbers guy there. We got a free turn card, the 4 of clubs. I guess it makes some sense. Although Toddy can get check raised off the pot. No, we'll call the check raise, sorry. But we get blasted off the pot. If we bet on the flop and get check raised and then call, see a turn card. We could just get blasted off. Instead we check it back. Numbers guy leads out the turn about pot. Get a call by the ace jack. No, queen on the river. Numbers guy gets there. Hello Toddy's running like shit. Numbers guy thinking about a bet. The flush gets there and 10-9 gets there. They block 10-9. They could try to get called by a jack and bet small. Oh, they elect to check. Hello Toddy will surely check it back. Don't you dare go for some value here. You're going to be in some trouble. Or will top pair fold once again? Toddy deep in the tank. Some shit did get there. What if we just jam? Buy the pot, yo. Or bet what, like 15? Because you don't think you're winning anymore? No, he does just check after thinking this one through. Hoping he's just got a stone cold bluff, but in the end the queen 10 did get there. 9-9 for Aurora. Bought with a king 10 suited. Might rip it all in pre. In the big blind. Facing a button open. Aurora makes it 2.2 blinds to go. Numbers guy in the small with an ace thinks about it, but it's not no ace 5 suited. It's ace 6. Oh, they think right. Get the heck out of there. Bot just plays call. We get a jack 10 4 flop. 1 heart for bot. Aurora does have 3 in a row. We might check it back though. See a 7 on the turn. We pick up a straight draw to the 8, which is cool. But we don't want to put too many pennies in the middle. No, we don't. Bot thinking things through here. Says, I think my 10's good. Goes for a value bet. 3.8 blinds to go. Doesn't size up a jam on the river. There's no flush draw out there. Rainbow board. 8-9 made a straight on the turn. 9's call. 10 on the river. You know what? Fuck it. It does size up a river jam. King 10 can just rip it in here. Try to get called by more hands and bet small? I don't know. Bet like 9? What do you do, man? Bet 8.9 just to fuck with his head. No, you do just rip it in. Makes a lot of sense by bot. Hopefully Aurora makes the right fold this time. Just preserve your 15 blinds, move all along. Nice fold. Queen 4 for NASA? Why would we play that? Isn't that just a fold? What do we do? NASA does let her go. King 10 for bot, or sorry, King 2. King 2 for bot, wrong T word. Then he forgets a D in the next word. Anyways, Ace 3 rips it all in, facing the limp, I do believe. Takes it down pre. Hello Toddy hanging out there with 21 blinds, a 10 and a 9 in the small. Aurora with Ace 9 suited. Off 15 elects to make it 2 blinds to go. And we'll take it down pre. Holy moly, think about $61,000 for a second. That'd be pretty sweet. Numbers guy here with an ace and a 9. We'll open it on up. Bot with 10-10. Is this a calling hand or do we just 3-bet because of the situation? Yeah, we don't really want to bluff, so we don't make it like something stupid. We just make it 6.5, a nice value bet here. We really don't want to face a 4-bet though. Ace 9 just swiftly folds. Ace Jack for numbers guy. Ace King for Toddy. Unfortunately lost that big pot with the Ace King earlier. So we haven't got to see much action out of him. But Ace King will probably just rip it in and take it down pre. Plus number guy. Oh, we see a smaller 3-bet. 5.5 blinds to go. Numbers guy goes deep in the tank. It's not Ace Jack suited. But it's Hello Toddy 3-betting us. Numbers guy thinks about it for a second, but does find the fold facing the small 3-bet. King 6 suited for bot. A very, very pretty hand. Will come in for the open. Pass with Ace King suited. We could see some mad action here. We'll see what type of player bot is. Get a 3-bet to 6 blinds. And here's the spot. Every once in a while you see Ace King call pre, but that's more in older gameplays. I think nowadays a lot of people are just 3-betting pre with their Ace King instead of playing the old ICM game. Bot comes in with a 4-bet. That's what I was kind of expecting. 10.5 blinds to go. Now we rip it in, right? 5-bet all in. Take it down pre. It would be cool to see a smaller 5-bet. Yes! 16 blinds to go. King 6 suited. Oh, we're just gonna fold. We did stick in a 4-bet. That's kind of fun. Wasn't it 4? Yeah, it was 4. Aurora with Jack 10 suited might rip it in pre here. Do we take it down? We got 16 blinds. Ace 3 suited for numbers guy in the big. Suited covering Aurora, but we see they've only got 56% here. It's a big, juicy, chunkier chips. Numbers guy calls. We see a Jack on the flop. We're looking for an ace dealer. Solely an Ace 9 on the river. Aurora gets there. 32 blinds, and numbers guy is down to 26. Toddy gets Ace King once again. 7-6 suited for NASA will get out of there. And the Ace King just takes it down pre. Ace 4 for Aurora. Ace 4 for Aurora. Very pretty hand, the diamonds. Suited and booted, ready to see a flop, but nobody's got nothing. Queen 5 for bot. It's no Queen 6, yo. Bot swiftly folds. Ace 10 for numbers guy. Hello Toddy with an ace and a 9. Oh, they're gonna fold that pre. Could have saw some juiced pot there. Like, what does numbers guy do with a facing a 3-bet there with the Ace 10-0? Very difficult situation. 10-8 suited for Toddy on the button. Might see a bot open, and we do get the Ace 4 open. Toddy swiftly folds. Pass has Ace 5 suited in the big blind. Might 3-bet it here. No, we just call. Jack 10-9 flop. So pass says, I'm not going to put in the bluff here. I'm looking to make the money. Then we'll play a an aggressive ass game, especially against the biggest stack. Wouldn't a 3-bet be just terrible right now? My apologies for even suggesting there's such blasphemy. Holy shit. So bot goes for a C-bet, pass goes in the tank, Jack 10-9, 2 diamonds, nobody has diamonds, pass folds. 5-2-0, NASA gets a walk, that's nice to see. Ace Jack for NASA in the small, pass with an 8 and a 5 on the button. Strong position, shitty holding, just folds. Aurora with a very playable King 9-0, sitting in the big blind, blind on blind, says, yeah, let's see a flop dealer. The raise is 3.5 blinds. Big raise by NASA here. 2.5 to call into about 8. We do get the call, ace, queen, 7 flop, all NASA. 2 hearts, backdoor straight draw, top pair with a fair kicker. Aurora, just with a backdoor straight draw. King high lets her go. Numbers guy with a king 6 in the big blind. Who's gonna open, NASA or pass? Pass finds the open, 2.2 blinds to go. Numbers guy will just get the heck out of there. Ace Jack for Toddy, 6-6 for pass. We see one ace being folded. Hello Toddy limps it on in. Who was expecting this? What do we do with 6s now? We can't fold. I think we have to call. Do we just limp along? We don't really want to put in a raise. Looking around the table, we still got bot in the hand. Pass finds the call, ace 8 for numbers guy in the big. We'll raise to 5 blinds. Whoa. Numbers guy quickly does math and says 5.1 blinds to go. Hello Toddy, thinking things through here. I don't know if we'd call. This is so weird. We don't necessarily want to jam and get fucked up, but we kind of want to jam and take the pot down. Toddy does go in the tank. I got no idea what to do here. Folding feels bad. We didn't want to see this raise though from the small blind from numbers guy. Toddy does let her go. Toddy lets it go. Pass, what do you do with 6s? You call. 8-5-5 flop. Does Toddy just know what's going to happen? Top pair, top kicker for numbers guy. They bet 6.5 blinds. This has got to be a fair flop for 6s, right? You don't have a spade in your hand. That really sucks. Facing such a big bet, that might be the decisive decision making. Oh no, we get a call by pass, king on the turn. Whoa, wee 26 blinds in the middle. Numbers guy is about 16 behind. Oh, I got no idea what to do in either of these players' shoes. We are so deep in the weeds. Pass. Gets a free river if he wants it. Do we bluff? Sometimes a 10% bet comes in, I think. Pass will check 9 on the river. Another spade. Numbers guy with a little bit of showdown value. We see he's the best hand. But against the perceived range, you might think you have to bluff. They check. At least there's no jack, right? Hello Toddy, once they see the holdings, will feel comfortable knowing the results. Just kidding. Pass with those 6s, block 6-7. A made straight. And they jam it all in. They bluff with the 6s. Can we call with ace 8? No. We gotta fold, I think. Ace 8 goes in the tank. Numbers guy is doing math. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or whatever the fuck their name is. Numbers guy. Deep, 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 deep in the tank. Deep in the tank. does let her go. Nice think about it though. They thought wrong, but nonetheless they thought for about a long time with just a pair of 8s on a 4 flush board with a king and a 9 out there. The 9 doesn't mean much. Anyways, numbers guys got these 4s, yo. They'll rip it all in from the button. Elutati's got an ace 5 in the big, and they'll just let that go. What's going on here? Not too much. Bot has a playable 9-8 suited on the button. Anjay with king 2 in the big. Anjay just gonna let her go. King 10 for Aurora will fold. Ace 7 suited. Numbers guy will open it on up. They are in last place right now. Bot with queen jack's offsuit. You're just gonna fold, pass with an ace in the big blind. Do buddy do. Kinda wanna see a jam. I don't know what numbers guy does facing it. So it'll be a good spot to learn. We do get a small 3-bet instead. 5.5 blinds. Numbers guide lets her go. Nice play by pass. Takes down a small pot, but puts a lot of pressure on the suited better holding. Ace 5 suited for numbers guy. What a pickle. They come in for another open. Jack 6 for Naza in the big. Numbers guy will just get this one through pre. Ace 10. Are we in there for a third straight hand? Yes, we are. Numbers guy swiftly opens it up. Ace 6 for Aurora in the big blind. Yeah, we can't just fold Ace 10. Aurora thinking 3-bet now. Says you're opening it up too much. They rip it all in. Hopefully numbers guy finds the call. No, they swiftly fold. Aurora gets one through. Is a little bit of a bully. Ace 3 for Naza. Playing about 30 blinds deep. 32 and a bit. We'll still just play min raise here against Aurora. Ace 9 0 in the small. King queen for numbers guy in the big. Somebody's 3-betting here. Aurora's thinking, maybe it's me. I'm going to find the 3-bet, says Aurora. 6.5 blinds to go. Which is trouble, potentially. Naza could 4-bet. Had you ripped, of course, you would have took it down pre. Naza with the ace and the 3 suited and booted. Thinking 4-bet. Doesn't even have to rip it all in here and we'll take it down. Just click it back. Click it back, Naza. Oh, Naza lets her go. Blinds go up. Doopity-doo. So we got the 2 shorties. Numbers guy with 11 blinds. Halotati with about 17. Then we got the middling stacks. Anjay with 25. Naza with 27. Aurora with 29. Sitting in 3rd place position. Pass in 2nd. Opens up ace 5. Bot in the big with an ace and a 2. Both players are suited. We see a 9-8 5 flop. No suit for nobody. But a little pair of 5s for pass. 5 blinds in the middle. Doopity-doo. Looks like pass will check it back. Eat on the turn. And then... Bot's thinking, do I bluff? Nope. Maybe a check raise would be cool, but probably not going to have in here. Little pair of 5s. Does pass put in a little protection bet? No, they're just going to show it down. It looks like king on the river. Like, I don't think there's a reason for a 5 to bet here. No, pass will just show it down and scoop the 5 blinds. Another ace 3 suited for pass. We'll open it up. King 4 suited. We'll find the fold. Bot with 5-5 in the small. 5-5 calls. We get a king jack 7 flop, 2 clubs for pass. Looks like a C bet and take the pot down. What size is the bet though? Like half pot or bigger? No, we still go for a smaller 3rd pot size. Nothing doing here. Anjay gets a walk with the queen 2. Doopity-doo. Queen jack for numbers guy. Comes in for the min raise off about 11 blinds. Hello Toddy with queen jack suited. Could 3-bet all in here. Numbers guy's been super aggressive pre-flop. Has the holdings to open, but off the short stack you do expect some more folds. Queen jack suited, Toddy. No, we're gonna let it go. Pass with an ace and, an 8 and a 3 in the big. We'll find the fold. Numbers guy gets another one through though. So they've been opening a lot. They got like 3-bet off the pot once. Took some pots down pre. Sorry, they got 3-bet off the pot twice. Aurora jammed. I forgot about that for a second. Anyways, 4-6 for pass. We'll raise to 3 blinds in the small and take it down pre. Ace 9 numbers guy comes in for another open ace queen for NASA with 25 blinds. Do we just yoink it in? We could just make it like 6 or something like this. 5.5 is the size by NASA. Numbers guy will probably just let her go. Yeah, moving along. Ace 4 for numbers guy in the big blind. Doesn't look like any real domination happening here pre. Queen 10 for NASA on the button might open it up. Like ace 4 can think about 3-bet jamming pre-flop. Just to protect all your equity. You could just call because we're not in the money. We could see a flop. Hopefully there's some coolers from the other player's bust. We do play call 7-6-6 flop. NASA with the backdoor flush draw, 2 overcards. Ace high still best for numbers guy with the backdoor straight draw. Doesn't really want to call a bet here. Gets a free turn, the 3 hearts. NASA doesn't have a great reason to bluff. Numbers guy. Bet and take the pot down? Or just check and do we have to call a bet? What do we do here? Numbers guy will bet 2 blinds and take the pot down. Nicely done, numbers guy. King queen for Toddy. 14 blinds. Are you going back to the limp? No, we go for the 2 blind open. Aurora with ace 10 on the button here. We'll just swiftly fold ace 4 for bot in the big. Ace 4 says bot. Plays call. 8-6-5 flop. 2 hearts for both players. Backdoor heart draws. Well, straight draw to the 7 for bot. Ace high still best. Toddy looking for a king or a queen or for a bet to get through. Bets 1.5. And that's not big enough. Bot says that's not big enough, dude. That's not big enough. Plays call. 5 of hearts on the turn. Both players with a little hard draw. We got a lead for 1 blind. Bot leads out 1 blind with ace high here. Toddy with 11 blinds in total. Pot is 9.4. We get a jam by Toddy with 27%. And they take the pot down, repping the flush. Ace 4, get the fuck out of here, says Toddy. 19 blinds for him, almost out of the basement. Anjay with 25 blinds opens up the king 8 suited under the gun. This raise should get some respect. Aurora with ace 10-0 though. This time they think about it where they folded versus Toddy's under the gun open with the ace 10 swiftly on the button. Anyways, the ace 10 hit the muck. Anjay gets it through pre, and then we get a 4-4 for pass. Ace king suited for Anjay in the big blind. Didn't see any aces or kings or 4s. Anjay is suited and booted. I don't think 4s even get it in pre. There's just a world where Anjay 3-bets small, pass rips. Anjay calls. 27 blinds. We're going to come in for a smaller 3-bet. 7 blinds is the elected size. Then does pass just rip it in here? Anjay's probably going to call. Pass goes in the tank. No way pass calls. Pass just finds the fold. They're thinking 4-bet all in or just fold. Ace, ace for Aurora. Bought with an ace jack suited, king jack suited for pass in the big blind. Get a couple callers. We'll see a flop here. See if somebody cracks the old ace ace. Pass finds a call. A pair of jacks for both bot and pass. Jack 4-3 flop. No clubs out there for pass, but one spade for bot. Aurora checks over aces to top pair, top kicker. If I'm bot, I bet. Oh, we get a check back. 3 diamonds on the turn. So we do have a flush draw for nobody, but everybody will be aware of it. Pass will bet 2.4 blinds on the turn here into a pot of 8. I wonder if Aurora raises. Does bot get out of the hand with ace jack here? There's the 2 bet on the turn. Aurora raises to 6.5 blinds. If I'm pass thinking about this hand now, I don't always play fold, but when you look at the spot, it's like, I think I'm just totally fucked here with a pair of jacks, and I may as well just find the fold. So that's why bot is also thinking about a fold here. If they 3-bet the turn, that'd be quite interesting. Because, like, what's Aurora 2-betting here? We get a call from the ace jack. Does pass call? Our 2 pair would be no good because there's a 3 on the turn which pairs the board. So we need a jack so we can chop the pot with bot. We've got 1 out to do that. Pass calls. Deuce on the river. 27 blinds in the middle. Aurora has 17 behind. Somehow got a whole lot of value in on the turn there after checking back the flop. Ace 5. Oh, Aurora checks. No good. No good. Aces will take down the pot, but wow, like, does ace jack or king jack even call there? I don't know, but bot might thought about it. Pass would have thought about it for a second. I think the king jack might fold, but ace jack in the middle of between of Aurora and pass, bot might have to fold ace jack there. So aces might not be getting too much value there by a pair of jacks. So maybe the aces check is actually just brilliant. Queen jack will flop a pair of queens for numbers guy. Naza in the big blind has a little pair of 5s with a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Sees a 1 blind bet. Again, numbers guy's been super active off the short stack. Naza finds a call and will bang off a 5 of diamonds on the turn here. Might even lead out for a blind. 1.5, something small. 1.8. A little bit under 2 blinds to go for numbers guy. I wonder if we can find a fold with the queen jack here. No flush draw out there. Some straight draws that we block, such as king jack and jack 10. We find the call jack on the river. That's 2 pair for numbers guy. Still loses to any ace. Any 5. What does he beat now? Some queens? He'll play 2 pair with queens and jacks, but so he beats like king queen, which probably doesn't do this for value or as a bluff. Nice fold by numbers guy. Not much doing here. Naza with a 6 and an 8 in the small and 32 blinds. Aurora in the big 45 and a king and a 5 will get a walk. Anjay with king 10 suited. We got queen jack suited for numbers guy. Aurora with another ace 6-0 shitty holding. Let it go. Let it go. Aurora goes in the tank. I'm a little worried. They do raise 6 blinds. Where did I get 3 from? Anyways, Anjay, let's go with the suited and booted holding. Ace 6 will take it down pre-toddy with a couple of jacks. Raises to 2 blinds. I don't know why they limped in that ace jack-o. They found the fold facing a big raise. Numbers guy with 5-5 in the small. Toddy is a super aggressive player. But do we even want to rip it in here with 5s? We're going to get called. There's some like ace 5, ace 4, ace 3 suited. Numbers guy will get it in looking for a 5 dealer. We need we get a 6 on the river. Numbers guy is Gonzo Alonso. Hello, Toddy. We'll take down a little pot, bringing them up to about 26. So it's looking like Anjay, Toddy, Naz are all on the bubble trouble. King 9 for pass, opens it up and takes it down pre. I wonder how much we're going to see of that. Where somebody like Toddy or Naza, Anjay, all super capable players. And I don't know if they care about the money so much. They might all be playing for first place. We'll see how they elect to play. Ace Queen for Aurora. Ace 5 suited for bot. We'll 3-bet here. If Aurora 4-bets non-all in, there's a world where bot will 5-bet all in and get the pot or get the jam through pre. That'd be cool. Aurora goes in the tank here. They are sizing up the 4-bet. This is trouble. This is trouble more than it is any good. Aurora 4-bets. Did they cover bot? For that reason, bot's going to just fold, I think. Ace 5 suited. Just a jam. And Ace Queen folds. That's a damn shame, yo. Aurora got in some trouble there. Going for the 4-bet. Nice play by bot, anywho. Anjay with this ace in the 10, yo. Naza with 8-9 in the big. They play call, ace, ace, queen flop. 3 of a kind for Anjay. Not much doing here for Naza. 1.5 blinds into a 5 1/4 pot size. Or wait, what? 1.5 blinds into a 5 blind pot. And Anjay takes it down. Don't know why I threw a whole bunch of other words in that sentence. But anyways, we got Toddy limping it in with the 9-7 suited. Interesting stuff. Naza with 6-5 will call the small. Aurora with King 10 in the big. We'll see if this limp will even get to see a flop here as Aurora goes in the tank and is thinking raise. 5 blinds to go. Yikes, Toddy. Like, if we race the 2 blinds, we still might get 3-bet and then have to fold. But nonetheless, I don't know what the limping's all about. Toddy does just let her go. Ace 10 for Toddy. Limping it on in. Once again. Jack 7 for bot in the big blind. They check it back. 7-5-3 flop. Toddy with 2 overs. Backdoor flush draw. Backdoor straight draw. Top pair with a stupid jack kicker for bot. Toddy goes in the tank. And what do? We limped it on in. We see a bad flop. We check it on back. Deuce on the turn. Hello.
Hello, YouTube Lounge.
How's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Not too bad. Yeah, you made it.
You make it. What's that?
You made it.
I made it.
Yeah. You're there.
Absolutely.
Oh, Toddy calls and bangs off a 10 on the river here. Limps it in, calls on the deuce turn after checking back the flop. Bangs off top pair, top kicker on the river. Bot goes for a small bet ski. Toddy's thinking raise here. What size? Like 6 blinds or something? No, maybe bigger. Maybe bigger. Closer to 8.
Really thinking.
Oh, we just rip it all in.
Oh!
We're going to take it down no matter what, I think. Just bot has a pair of 7s. I think we have to fold. This is a big raise, though. Oh, if he gets called, this is awesome. Toddy got really unlucky against this guy at the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah.
So now he needs to get those chips back,
I
but
know.
unfortunately bot folds as blinds go up. How much longer you got in school?
2 months.
Oh boy, that's still a while.
8 weeks, yep. 8 weeks left.
Oh, 8 weeks isn't bad.
No, it sounds better in weeks.
Yeah.
I'm counting Mondays. So
Okay.
we've got a long weekend, so that one doesn't count. So I've only got 6 Mondays left.
Oh.
See,
See,
that feels better.
that sounds great.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with 6 Mondays.
King 3 for pass. We'll open it on up under the gun. Toddy with a jack and a jack. Jack and a jack for Toddy. What size do we 3-bet to? Just another all-in play, and we take it down pre. Ace 10 for Aurora. We'll open it on up to 2.2 blinds. Hello Toddy with a 3 and a 6. With the newfound stack, 24 blinds, we'll think and fold. 10-8 for pass in the big blind. Might want to preserve those 34 blinds. Says no, we're going to call ace 5-4 flop. No action going to happen. Aurora will get to c-bet and take the pot down. Like passes a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, gets a free jack of hearts on the turn, picks up no equity. The board is locked up. Pass will check once again. 5 blinds in the middle. There's 2 flush draws out there. Aurora should probably bet big here. They check it back once again. 3 of spades on the river, hoping pass will just fire a bet. Pass goes in the tank on the river. I kind of want him just to check it down. He's going to lose. Aurora sets the trap on the flop and the turn. 3 of spades on the river, puts a one-liner to a deuce out there, and the front door flush gets there. And they bet 2.8 blinds, and there's a world where pass bluffs. Not here, not today. This world, pass will just find the fold. What a very, very tricky situation or two Aurora has gotten himself into. 4-bet with the ace queen o pre. As a bluff, gets bluffed off the pot themselves. 9-8 suited for pass, will just rip it in and take it down pre here for about 20 blinds. But then this bet on the river there with the top pair flush draw gets there. A one-liner to the deuce. You bet into the big blind. Oof. The big blind who covers you. Anyways, we're going to move along. King for Toddy off 24 blinds. We'll open it on up. Aurora in the big with king 8 suited. We'll play call. Jack 6-3 flop. No clubs, no pairs, no straight draws, no nothing for Aurora. Literally not one straight draw. No backdoor. King high swiftly folds. Kings will take it down. But just like that, Toddy does have 27 blinds and they'll limp on in the ace and the 6. 8-8 for NASA. Might have just been induced. Ace for Aurora. Okay, so if Hello Toddy doesn't limp it in, NASA raises the 2 blinds from the button. Aurora 3-bets. And I wonder if NASA still gets it in pre. But anyways, we get a limp. A 2-bet to 12 blinds. Ace for Aurora. Aurora goes in the tank here. What do? We call. Of all the plays, we call. Queen 9-4 flop. No 8s for NASA. Do they find a way to preserve 6 blinds? Aurora rips. You've got 1 clean out. Well, I guess Aurora doesn't have the flush draw, so never mind. You've got 2 clean outs. Backdoor straight draw in there. Queen 9-4. You get a cold call from the small facing your 2-bet to 12 blinds. You just gotta fold, I think, and preserve the 6. You put in many chips, but this is not the action you wanted to see. So what's some bluffs? Like, ooh, I was going to say Jack 10 suited, but nope. Remember the action pre. Remember the action pre. Ace Jack suited doesn't call pre. Doesn't call your 12 blind bet pre. Ace King suited doesn't really call your bet pre. It'll just stick it in, I'm pretty sure. NASA with the 8s in the end will let it go as it's just going to be over pairs. What about Ace Queen suited? 12 blinds? I think it either rips it in or folds. Leaning on the fold there. Anyways, pass with ace king. We'll raise and take it down pre. But that play by Naza is very well thought out there. With the 8 and the 8. Like, the only thing they could have done differently is like bet half their stack pre. Instead of closer to 3/4. Or 2/3, sorry. Anyways, we are moving along. Naza with 6 blinds. Anjay with 17. One more player to the money. Ace 10 for pass in the big blind. Sees a 6-5-5 flop. Aurora will go for a C bet 1.5 blinds. Pass will call king on the turn. Not the best card for your ace 10. Aurora says I could get some ace highs to fold. There's still some 7-8, some flush draws, some 6x. Might have to bet on the river. We bet another 3 blinds on the turn here. Looks like value. What does pass elect to do? Pass says, hey, there's still straight draws, there's still flush draws. They call queen on the river. Aurora gets there. I'll check it on down and scoop the 14 blinds in the middle. Nice call on the turn there by pass, but unfortunate card. 5-5 for Naza might be all in. Hello Toddy with a 7-6 suited will limp it on in. If I'm Naza, I yoink it in. And if I'm Toddy, I think about a call here. Don't we have like 40% against like ace king or something like this? Anyways, 5s check it back. 8-7-4 flop. Naza rips over bet 5 blinds into 3 1/4. Call by Toddy. We're looking for a 5 or 6 dealer. We get a 4 and an 8 instead. So, you know, Naza's Gonzo Alonzo. Just like that, we scooted on into the money. Everybody's got about 15 grand locked up. We should see some chips thrown around here. Although we are 5-handed. So it's not easy to get coolers. But we got players who are very capable of bluffing. And Aurora's coming in first place. 54 blinds. A little pair of 10s here. Bought with a little pair of 3s. I'll backdoor flush draw in there. Bot will bet 1 and 1.3 blinds. Aurora quickly calls. Queen on the turn. Like, does bot bluff with the bottom pair? We'll check it down to the river. Queen of diamonds completes the front door flush. Pairs the board. Goes check. Bot must think I can't win the pot with showing this down here. What if there's like ace 5 of spades or something? I don't know. Bot bets over the pot 7 1/4 or something like that. And Aurora swiftly folds the pair of 10s as we get another break. Oops. Old ace king for bot here. Bot going in the tank. Jack 3 suited for Aurora. Opens it up. The 3 bets to 8 blinds. And Aurora swiftly folds. 44 blinds for bot now. They're chasing Aurora. 6-6. We'll open it up. Toddy with an ace and a jack and 30 blinds in the small. I think we call. Do we 3-bet? Personally, I like a 4.5 blind 3-bet right now. All in is the play. 30 blinds to go, and hello Toddy will take it down pre. King Jack for bot in the big. Or sorry, he's not in the big, he's on the cutoff. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, some of those numbers I was saying earlier just made no sense. Somebody bet like, no, the pot was 9 blinds or something like this, and I said 12. And my second guess was 10. My lord. King 9 for Anjay. Opens it on up. 5-7 for Aurora in the big. Doesn't have the hand out of position. This looks like it could be a call. A little bit of a call, says Aurora. Ace 9-6 flop. I'll straight draw to the 8. Anjay with a pair of 9s. 1.5 blinds is the bet. We get a 5 on the turn, so Aurora makes a pair status. But, I don't know what we want to do here. Anjay might check back the turn. We make 3 of a kind. Good news for Anjay. Like, is Aurora comfy with the 5-7 now? We don't want to bet, but we might call. We don't expect an ace to check back the turn, so it's going to be 9x or nothing. I guess boats as well. So like aces and 6s. Anjay will bet about 5 blinds, and if I'm Aurora, I've already made up my mind. I think I'm calling here. I would have expected maybe bluffs to rip it in, so maybe this is more value than it is bluffs. But Anjay's probably pretty balanced, so that's probably just not true. This is probably bluffs at appropriate frequency. Anyways, Aurora goes in the tank here, and if they sniff out a call, I wouldn't be surprised. Blocking the straight, blocking boats. Do we rip? Do we bluff? Check raise bluff on the river here. 6 blinds behind. Tough deal to get an ace to fold. Tough deal to get a 9 to fold. Maybe we just call or fold ourselves. We actually might be able to get an ace to fold. In the end, Aurora will find the call. See the bad news. Anjay scoops a little pot and 24 blinds now. Still in last place but not by much. There we go. Queen Jack for pass sees a Hello Toddy open to 9.8. What? I almost said Hello Toddy open to 9.8 blinds. At least it was a 9 and an 8 in his hand, but he limps it on in. Did not open, raised to 9.8 blinds. Bot checks back 8-10 in the big Jack 6-4 flop. Holy shit. I knew I had a long day, but I didn't think it was that long, to the point where I would just misspeak constantly. Anyways, 8-10 for bot. 8-10. Oh. Raises to 3.5. Hello Toddy with 8-7 in the big blind. Has some playability here. Plays call. Flops an open-ended straight draw. 6-5-2. Bot with the backdoor straight draw. Like a good board from the bet, I think, right? You'll get a lot of like Jack 10, Queen Jack, Jack 10. I already said that. Queen 10, I mean. 10-9 is going to think about it. You bet big, so you might actually get some of that shit to fold. Like 10-9. Some sort of like 8-4. Oh, it's a double gutter. Never mind. Like obviously that King 10, Ace 10 will think about a fold on the flop. Ace 10 might come along and float, bang off a pair of aces on the turn. Bot says, okay, I'll check it on over to you then. There's some like Ace 6-5-2 for 2 pairs. Hello Toddy will bet and take the bot down with the straight draw. And the worst 8. King 9 for bot, they'll raise it on up. Jack 10 for Anjay in the big blind. They play call 10-9 ace flop. Pair versus pair. Anjay with the best of it. 1.3 blinds is the bet. It's going to be tough to play this. We're in last place. We don't mind calling. We'll see a turn. 8 of diamonds. Straight draw for Anjay. 10 is still best. 7 blinds in the middle, closer to 8. 21 behind. Like if bot wants to bluff, they could do it, I suppose. But they'll just check down to the river, ace of diamonds. So Anjay feels pretty comfy, might even go for a value bet. Loses to some King 10, Queen 10. But beats a lot of stuff. They'll just check it down. King 9 also checks for a bot. And about 8 blinds will slide over to Anjay. Ace Queen versus Jack. Jack will get a big pot brewing here. Bot with the Ace Queen. Probably not going to fold this one pre. So if pass elects to rip, we will get this in 5-handed. And if pass goes for a smaller 3-bet, then I think bot just yoinks it into as a 4-bet. In the end, I think we just get this in pre. Get a smaller 3-bet to 7 blinds. I mean, it's still a big 3-bet. When you think how shallow they're playing, 26 blinds effective. Bot will yoink, pass will call, and we got about a flip here looking for an ace or queen. No spade on the turn, no nothing for a bot. They're down to 7 blinds and 54 will slide over to pass. Just like that, bot has an ace and an 8 and might be all in under the gun. Raises to 5.5. Hello Toddy has ace 2 suited, they'll fold, so bot will get this through pre. Ace jack versus ace 9. Bot might get a few pennies back here, so Aurora is folding both a 9 and some spades. Or ace spade, sorry. Ace jack does get it in pre with about 70%, but in reality it's a little bit better than that. And they flop top pair, no outs on or coming to the river for pass. Both players make a pair of aces on the river, but 2 pairs for bot is best. So they survive with 20 blinds, and Anjay can still bust with that 28 blind stack, yo. So bot is not out of this. They could get a ladder and then hopefully get a double up or some shit. Or just get the double up first. That works best. Anyways, we got king 4 for Aurora. We'll raise the button. Hello Toddy will defend with the queen 5. Oh. Queen 9 8 flop. 1 heart for Aurora with a backdoor straight draw. They bet 1.7 blinds or a third pot. Hello Toddy with the toppest of pairs will come in for the raise to about 4. No, they call. 10 on the turn. Do-buddy-do-do-do-buddy-do. So a little straight draw to the jack for Aurora. Oh, it'd actually be quite the straight. A 6-card straight, yo. We do find a king, so that works. There's a 1-liner to a jack. I didn't even realize that on the turn there. This will just check down. Top pair for Aurora. We'll take it. Blinds go up. Jack, jack for pass. They'll raise under the gun. Queen 3 for Toddy. Thinks about it for a second, but finds the fold. Anjay with king 9 in the big blind. We'll just let this go pre. Queen 10 for bot and 15 blinds. They're going to raise it on up. Ace 10 for Anjay in the small. We'll rip it all in and take it down pre. Or get called by bot who will have little equity. Ace 9 for pass in the small. We'll see if they raise it on up here. They are in first place covering Aurora. They do raise it up to 3.5 blinds and take it down pre. Ace jack versus 8 jack. Blind on blind. Aurora might rip it in, and they do a swift call. We're looking for an 8 dealer or some backdoor straight help, which we don't find. 4 and a 6 on the turn and river, and bot will take it down with ace high. Toddy with an ace king in the big. Bot limps in queen 6 suited. We could see some action here. Toddy, just like king 6, queen 6 has a lot of the same properties here. Oh, I thought we might have seen a 3-bet pre. We don't get that, but instead we get a 10-7-6 flop. Bot calls the 2-bet pre. Toddy with ace king bangs off a king on the turn. A little run good for him. Hopefully no queen or 6. I might have just jinxed it. Toddy might just bet and take it down. There's still some queen jack, jack 9, queen 9, queen 8, jack 8, spades or diamonds. The thing is, you have a pair of 6s. You unblock a lot of bluffs. There's still some straight draws you block, but the queen isn't necessarily what you want, so the 6 will just fold and get out of there. Hello Toddy takes it down. They're up to 33 blinds, and they're just behind Pass, who has an ace and a 6 and raises it on up. Anjay folds another king 9 in the big blind. 8-4 suited for Toddy. They limp it on in. Ace 5 suited for Anjay in the small. We'll just rip it for 23 blinds and take it down. Pass has to fold. Very playable queen jack suited. Anjay with 9-7 on the button. Pass with 9-7 in the small. Anjay folds. Pass will raise to non all in. 2.75 is the elected size. King 3 for Aurora in the big blind. Doesn't want to see a flop. We'll just get out of there. 10-10 for Pass. Ace 4 suited for Anjay. 5-4 suited for Toddy under the gun. How could I forget? Is going to limp it in. 10-10 for Pass. Probably going to raise here. Put some pressure on Toddy, who's doing a little bit too much limping. 3.5 blinds is the size. Toddy likely to call here and see a flop. 2.5 blinds into about, what, 9? 9 and a bit. Hello Toddy calls. Ace, queen, 2 flop, 2 hearts. Hello Toddy flops the world. Heart draw, straight draw. No pair. Sorry. We get 6 on the turn, so the straight draw gets longer. Toddy bets 6 blinds, 6.5 into 9. Does size up a river jam. Pass with those 10s, we'll just let it go. Bad board for Pass's 10s. Great board for Toddy's 5-4 suited, and they'll take it down. And they're now in first place with about 38 blinds, so they kind of deserve that. Hanging out patiently after getting the big cooler against them in the early portion of the show. And then here and now, they make a big bluff against Pass. Win a nice pot, and they got the big stack 5-handed. 40 blinds for Toddy. They'll open it up and take it down pre. 5-2 for Pass in the big blind. What's going on here? Ace 10 for Aurora in the big. Ace 10 for Aurora in the big blind. 10-8 for Pass in the small. They rip it on in. Aurora call. There's the call. Nicely done. We're just sweating 8 stealer. No more aces. No more aces, and we don't chop it up. Pass makes a pair 10 on the river. That's no good, of course. They're down to 18 blinds. Aurora with 31. Back in second place position. Sitting there with a nice stack and an ace and a jack. 20 blinds deep with bot. They'll raise to 3.5. King 9-0 for bot in the big blind. The big dog calls. We get a 10-10-9 flop. Aurora. Aurora. It's a hard name to say. They got 3 in a row and the ace high, yo. They bet about 2 blinds. Bot with the pair of 9s. Finds the call. 5 on the turn. Three in a row, checks it on over on the brick turn. I guess it brings in a flush draw, so it's not necessarily a brick, but it's kind of bricky. Deuce on the river. That's a brick. Both flush draws, brick. All the straight draws, guess what they do? They brick. King 9 has the best hand. Aurora with ace high might call a Betsky here, unless it's an all-in. So bot's going to have to bet like 7.5. Nah, they rip, and I think they'll just take it down swiftly. Aurora gets out of there. Nicely done. So a few nice folds by Aurora. There was one hand where they did get bluffed off, certainly, but pretty good game by them. Jack 8 for bot will limp it on in. 9-7 for Toddy in the big blind. Checks it back. 10-6, 6 flop. Toddy has a straight draw to the 8. Bot It's backdoor straight draws, backdoor flush draw. The best hand with jack high sees a 1 blind bet. Raise, raise, raise. Ooh, too weird of a spot actually. I looked around at the table. You see Anjay at 23 blinds, Pass at 18, Aurora at 25. Bot sitting there with 26. Says, I'm not putting in the bluff, yo, as Anjay gets a walk with ace king. Then they get a couple of 10s, picking up some strong holdings. I don't know how much action they get. Pass with ace deuce. If they face a non-all-in raise, they could always bluff. They could rip it in. There's the jam. Anjay swiftly calls. We're looking for an ace or some straight help. Nothing doing on the flop, not on the turn, and nothing on the river. 36 blinds slide over to Anjay, and Pass is dead in 5th. They get about 14k, 15k for their efforts. Aurora with a jack and an 8. Limps it on in. Queen 6 checks it on back. Ace 9, 3 flop goes. Bet. Fold. I don't know why I had to think there for a second. Bot certainly wasn't playing the Queen 6 in that situation. King 10 for Bot, limps it on in. Queen 6 for Toddy. 8, 3, 2 flop. Bot checks it over. Toddy checks it back. 5 on the turn. Turn goes check check, 9 on the river. So Toddy with that 6 block, 6-4 and 6-7. They got queen high though, so they're just going to check it down and lose to the king high. Ace jack for Bot, jack 8 suited for Toddy in the small blind. We'll get a raise from the button. I don't know why I think Toddy's going to 3-bet right now. No, but they do play call, which is much more reasonable. 7-7-3 flop goes check. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? 7-7-3 flop, you bet. 1 blind. No, you check it back. 3 on the turn. 3 on the turn. 3 on the turn. Double paired board means ace high should be good. We bet 1.66 blinds, and Toddy folds the jack high. Aurora with a 10 and a 4 suited, ready to see a flop in the big blind. Waits patiently. Toddy will open it on up in from the button. Jack 8 suited once again. Aurora does not want to see a flop. My apologies. They get the heck out of there pre. 7 king for Anjay will raise the button. Bot with a jack and a 10 will see a flop from the big blind. Ace 9 4 flop goes check. Does Anjay bet here? No club. No club. King 7 still comes in for a c-bet 1.5 blinds. Gotta trust Anjay knows what they're doing here. We don't got much equity. What? We got no backdoor straight draw. I thought I saw one for a second, but no. Jack 10, 3 in a row. I think they had a backdoor flush draw. They get out of there. Anjay takes it down with the king high with a super small bet, so nicely done. King jack for Bot. Limps it on in. Ace 10 raises. 3.5 blinds. Bot 3 bets. No, they call. And flop quite well. King jack 6. Just sweating some queens, yo. I guess there's backdoor 3 of a kind draw for Hello Toddy. But we get a deuce on the turn, so there's no backdoor 3 of a kind draw coming on in. We're just looking for a queen. Bot will check once again. Toddy has showdown value. We could just show it down. Queen on the river. Hello, poker stars. A little payback from earlier. Bot is certain to lose all their chips here. There's 7.5 in the middle. They're going to bet like 6.5, 7. Oh, 1.88. Toddy swiftly yoinks it in. And Bot swiftly calls. King Jack was just like, don't have King Queen, yo. Don't have Ace 10. Don't have 10-9. Swiftly calls. And swiftly exits the tournament in 4th place. So just like that, Toddy gets all those chips back from Bot. they found a way to scoot into 4th place, scoop 21 grand after a big bluff with the king queen suited. Got swiftly called by an ace and a king. Toddy did not take it down. The king queen took it down. But here we are now. Toddy eventually got the job done. Although they got pretty lucky with that queen on the river. Anyways, we move along 3-handed. We got a pair of 10s versus a pair of 8s and a flush draw for Anjay. Aurora with a straight draw to the 7. That really don't matter right now. They just are thinking no heart. 9 on the river. Is that a straight? No, it's not. It's 2 pairs for Aurora. The front door flush gets there. The 2 pairs will check it down. There's a 1-liner to a 7. And no further action. Jack 9 will limp it on in. Toddy with a 6 and a 2 and a big stack, yo. 67 blinds to 30. Check it on back, make a pair of 2s. 8-5-2 flop goes check. Do we bet a blind? Toddy bets half, a little bit more even. 1.4 blinds into 2.4, and they take it on down. 6-2, Toddy folds. Anjay gets a walk. King 6 for Anjay. Jack 2 suited for Toddy. Toddy folds the button. Anjay limps it in. Aurora with Jack 5 in the big blind. They check it on back. 6-3-2 flop goes check. Straight draw for Aurora. They block the 5-4 nuts. They bet 1.2 blinds. That's half pot. Anjay with top pair and a fair kicker. Backdoor flush draw. They play call. 3 pairs the board on the turn. Yikes, yo. What do we do with our Jack 5? We got about 4.8 blinds in the middle. We check it down to the river. 6 of clubs. Anjay with top boat. They bet 1.5 blinds and take the pot down. Blinds go up. So Anjay's hanging out at about 32. We got about 23 for Aurora. And Toddy, the big stack, 56 blinds with a king and a 6 in the big blind. Season Anjay limp from the button. Toddy's thinking raise. They check it on back. 2 pairs versus middle pair. Anjay with the backdoor straight draw. Bets 1 blind in position. Hello, Toddy. No flush draw on the flop, but there's plenty of straight draws out there. Limp pot. We check it back. 7 on the turn. Bad news for Anjay. We got 5 blinds in the middle, and we might find a way to get them all in on the turn. Hello, Toddy leads out for 2.5. Somehow, like a wizard, knows Anjay just improved on the turn and might raise it up. Anjay calls 5 on the river. 1-liner to an 8. 1-liner to an 8. 2 pairs versus 2 pairs. 10 blinds in the middle. We are not going to get them all in. No siree. What if Toddy just rips? Not likely. If we check, it's just going check, I do believe. Toddy bets 6.5 blinds. I love to see it. I went for some thin value. Multiple times. With sets and 2 pairs. Top 2 pairs, of course. I would never do it with top pair and another pair. It has to be top 2 or better. I go for some thin value on the river. And I just get snap called by the fucking nuts every time. In this situation, however, Toddy, 3-handed, says, hey, this is much different. 2 pairs can get called by many worse 2 pairs. Anjay with the 9-7 saw a horrific turn and pays off the river bet. Loses about 10 blinds because of it. 9 blinds, I guess. But anyways, we're moving along. They could have lost them all if we had a clean river. Little pair of 7s versus a little pair of 4s. Toddy checks it over on the king turn. Anjay somehow goes for a value bet with the pair of 7s. Knows his hands best. Takes the pot down anyhow. 10-10 for Anjay. And would you look at that, Aurora and Toddy both have a 10. 10-7 though for Toddy in the big. We'll call. We get a queen. I kept thinking jack in my brain, but that's certainly a queen. Get a queen 9-4 flop. It goes check, check, 5 on the turn. No straight draw for Toddy. They're going to lead out 1.8 blinds. They are dead. And Jay has a pretty easy call on the turn here. They actually just raise it up to about 6 blinds and take it on down. Ooh, queen, queen. Aurora will open it on up. Jack 2 suited for Toddy. Comes in for a 3-bet to 6 blinds. Bad timing, yo. Aurora rips the queens and takes it on down. Ace 10, Anjay limps. Aurora with king queen in the big blind. 2 pretty strong holdings, 3-handed. Like we're talking pretty damn strong, as Aurora will raise to 3.5. We get a call by Anjay with the ace 10, 9, 9, 2 flop. Little backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, 2 overcards action going on for Aurora. They continue to tell the story and bet 2 blinds. Anjay with 2 overs and ace high is best, so they call 8 on the turn. Anjay thinking to themselves, I still play my kicker. 2 flush draws. Turn goes check, check, 5 on the river. Anjay says, I still play my kicker. Both flush draws miss. 6, 7 made a straight, which would make too much sense unless it had a flush draw in there. So we got 2 combos of that. Anjay's thinking all this shit through. Aurora swiftly checks. And ace 10 will take the pot. 4-3 for Aurora will limp it on in. 8-8. Ace checks it back. Queen 7-2 flop goes check. Check. No, 1 blind bet. I can't get this shit down right. Anyways, hello Toddy bets a blind and takes the pot down. King 7 in the small. Toddy raises a 3.5. Anjay with pocket 7s. Personally, I rip, but I wonder if a call is a better play in this instance. I wonder if a call is better. Yeah, I know the rip comes in. Anjay will just take it down pre. Queen 7 for Toddy. They raised to 2 blinds. A little suited connected for Anjay will fold the small. 6-4 suited for Aurora calls the big. 8-6-6 flop. Toddy looking for the back door. Full house draw. Eight on the turn brings in some outs to another 8. 2 outs for Toddy to chop the pot. Aurora bets pretty large, about 3/4, and takes the pot down. 5-3 suited for Anjay. They fold the button. King 5 limps it in. Ace 2 checks it back. Queen 9-8 flop. Half pot size bet by Aurora, and they take it off of Toddy. A little 10-2 will just fold and give Anjay a little walk ski. 9-6 for Anjay, limps it in. Aurora 8-4-0. Forced to see a flop here. Raises to 3.5 blinds, and Anjay gets the heck out of there, so no force to see a flop. No. Hello Toddy with a couple of 5s. Anjay with ace 4 will raise from the button. Toddy in the big. Rips it on in and takes it down pre. Ooh. Jack 8 for Toddy. They raise to 3.5 blinds from the small. And take it down pre. Ooh, excuse me. 8-9 for Toddy. 6-4 for Aurora in the big blinds. He's a king 10-2 flop. Checks and folds. Aurora with queen 9 in the small, limps it on in. Hello Toddy flopping 3 of a kind. A little backdoor straight flush draw for Aurora. They call, see a 7 on the turn, so Toddy makes a boat. The flush completes. Aurora will get the heck out of there, and 4 blinds will slide over to Toddy. Blind on blind, queen 8 versus ace 4, Anjay sees a limp, checks it on back. 9, 8, 6 flop, 2 hearts for Anjay. Checks back the flop, 4 on the turn. Man, I gotta say, I like the way Anjay played this hand with the best possible flush draw. Makes 3 of a kind on the river, which is pretty lucky, faces the overbet. Hello Toddy with a pair of 8s, sees the bad news. And they get this ace 10, 3s will hit the muck. Aurora folds the big. 6-6 for Aurora. 9-9 for Toddy. This could get all in pre for about 20 blinds. We get a limp and a raise and a jam potentially. That's the situation. There's the jam. Swift call by 9s with about 80%. We're looking for a 3 or a 6 dealer. We got the straight outs and they don't come in. Aurora is gone in third place, and they get about 30k for their efforts. King 4 for Toddy. 8-8 for Anjay. We get a raise. And a 3-bet. 3 bets to 7.5 blinds. That was Toddy 4-bet. Looking to wrap up the game swiftly. No, they say I'm going to fold and look for a better spot. Got a Jack 8 versus King 5. Anjay raises to 2 blinds. Gets a call. Ace 10, 9 flop. Goes check, check, 9 on the turn, pairing the board. Toddy with the open ender. King high for Anjay, still best. 4 blinds is the bet. Anjay doesn't block the bluffs. We just find the fold with the king high. Too many draws out there to be guessing on the river, to be calling on the turn. Anjay says fuck this situation and folds. We had a king jack 3 flop. Toddy with queens will go for a little c-bet and take the pot down. 8-4 for Anjay, limps it in. King 4 checks it back. We get a 5-4-2 flop. Anjay bets a blind in position. Toddy thinking check raise here. They find the call instead. 9 on the turn. 3.2 blinds is the bet by Anjay. And Anjay will get king 4 off the pot with the 8-4. That's kind of interesting. Who was expecting that? There wasn't flush draws or nothing, was there? What's going on there? How did king 4 find the fold? Did he have something else? He must have had king 4. I thought raise on the flop with king 4. I don't know. Toddy let it go though. Wasn't it a limp pot pre-flop? Riddle me that one. Such interesting game here today as Toddy threw in some limps and it's totally switched things up as they make 2 pairs on this 7 turn and overbet and take the pot down. Ace jack suited, Toddy will open it up. Queen 3 will defend the big. We get a 9-6-5 flop. Toddy with 3 hearts. No backdoor straight draw. Anjay has a little backdoor straight draw, but we get a king on the turn, so none of that's coming to fruition. 4 1/4 blinds in the middle. Toddy's thinking, do I bet? No. Do I bet? Yes. How much? Now we check. Deuce on the turn. That's the river, dude. Deuce on the river. Anjay bets 5 blinds. It would be sweet to see a call here. Nah, 3. Queen will get the bet through pre. That's not pre. Queen 3 will get the bet through on the river. Fuck me, man. It's like all of the poker words I know are kind of coming out whenever they want to, instead of when I want them to. Like how normal people's brains work. But here we are. Where these words, they just kind of swiftly come out to their own accord. Anjay with the straight draw to the 10 checks it down to the river where Toddy will make a pair of 6s. In a pot we could have chopped it up quite frequently, except Toddy had a little flush draw to the spade. They make a pair of 6s, no value to be had though, just to check down pot, and 7 blinds will slide their way. Still 30 for Anjay, 83 for Toddy. King 4 versus Jack 2. We get a limp and a check and a 7-5-4 flop. Goes check, bet, fold. bottom pair. Do we check? Toddy says no. We bet 1.4 blinds and take the pot down. 10-9 limps it in. Jack 6 for Toddy. Checking it back. Thinking raise. 4 blinds to go with the Jack and the 6. 10-9 swiftly calls. King 4 2 flop. Backdoor flush draw for Anjay. Backdoor straight draw. Toddy with a little backdoor straight draw. Like Jack high's best. We get a 5 on the turn. Toddy bets about half pot, a little bit more, and takes it down. Excuse me, interesting little hand there. 4 and a queen. Toddy limps it in. Ace 6 for Anjay. Swiftly raises to 4 blinds. And Toddy just folds. 6-3. Anjay limps it in. Toddy checks it on back. We get a 6-3 2 flop. Little straight draw, backdoor flush draw action for Toddy. They like a check raise. 1 blind is the bet. It's going to come into about 3.5. Should have said it quicker, Brendan. Toddy did it before I said it, so it doesn't count. 2 pairs. Anjay's going nowhere. Might even 3-bet the flop here. 9 blinds to go. And Toddy probably has to fold. They do. 9-7 for Toddy. They limp it in. Anjay with the 6 and a 5. We'll check it on back. And another 2 pairs for Anjay. Straight draw to the 8 for Toddy. Probably facing a check raise here. 3.7 blinds to go. Only about 2.5 to call. Into 9. Almost 10. We do call. 8 on the turn. Is the game over? We need a 6 or 5 or Anjay's fucked, yo. There is still some bad rivers, like a 4 of spades, 7 of spades, 9 of spades. Anything that puts a one-liner and completes the flush is just horrific. And anything that puts a one-liner out there is pretty bad too, as we get a 5 on the river. Anjay makes a fucking boat, yo. Straight versus boat. Boat gets there. Flush gets there too. Straight for Toddy is going nowhere though. Isn't this a snap call? Yep. Anjay shows him the boat. 60 blinds slide over to Anjay. I thought the game was over for sure, but no way. We got a huge heads up battle. 53 blinds deep. Queen 3 raises to 2. Toddy with a king and a 6 in the big blind, thinking 3-bet here. Finds the call. Instead, we get a queen 9-6 flop. Both players with a pair. Anjay in position will bet 1.5 blinds into the 4 1/4 blind pot. Toddy finds the call. King on the turn, but there's a flush draw out there for Anjay. Do we just check back the turn? Jack 10 got there. Any king beats us. Anjay bets 5.4 blinds. Woo, big bet. Toddy might even stick in a check raise here. All in. That's too big. That's too big. We see Anjay's got about 20% there. They're just going to let that go with the pair and flush draw. Blinds go up. Toddy's back in first place by about 10 blinds, or exactly just a little bit off 10 blinds. Queen 3 flop goes bet. Check bet call. King on the turn. No equity for Toddy. They don't make no pairs. Anjay's 3s are best. And they'll scoop the 4 blinds in the middle. Ooh, ace king versus 9-10. We're both suited and booted. We get a 3-bet. Anjay could call here. It's a big 3-bet. 8.5 blinds, but we still find the call. 8-3 2 flop. 17 in the middle. Toddy bets 5. Anjay has 3 in a row, and the backdoor flush draw feels like a call or raise even. We see the call. 10 on the turn. Bad news for Hello Toddy, who's ran like shit. Holy moly, poker stars. Toddy will check the turn as the flush completes. 27 blinds in the middle, likely to slide Anjay's way. We're looking for an ace or a king. We're going to see a 6.5 blind bet, and I don't even know if we see a river card. So there's like queen jack with a spade, jack 9 with a spade, but that's all gonna be suited, yo. It's just all gonna be suited. 8 on the river, so some straight draws miss actually. Queen jack suited. There's a couple of combos of that aren't a flush. 5-4, all in by the pair of tens. Well, I'm starting to talk myself into a hero call with the ace king here. Hopefully Toddy folds, but I'm just gonna think about it. So we got like what? Queen jack, jack 9, 9-7, all open ended. All miss. 5-4s open ended. Ace 5, ace 4. We get a call by the ace king. You just talk yourself into a call. Hopefully Toddy folds, but no. 92 blind. Slide over to Anjay. Queen 9 suited. Rips it in. Anjay has kings. The game's over unless we find queens and 9s. We can need a jack or some shit. We find a 5 on the turn, and that's the show, folks. If you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. GG. Great game by Anjay. They get the victory. But yeah, that's the end of the show. So, adios amigos.